Welcome to the Growing Tall Poppies podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Nat Green, and I'm so excited to have you join me as we discuss what it means to navigate your way through post-traumatic growth and not just survive, but to thrive after trauma. Through our podcast, we will explore ways for you to create a life filled with greater purpose, self-awareness, and a deep inner peace. Through integrating the many years of knowledge and professional experience, as well as the wisdom of those who have experienced trauma firsthand, we will combine psychology, accelerated approaches, coaching, and personal experience to assist you to learn, to grow, and to thrive. I hope to empower you to create deeper awareness and understanding and stronger connections with yourself and with others, whilst also paving the way for those who have experienced trauma and adversity to reduce their suffering and become the very best versions of themselves in order to thrive. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. Welcome to Growing Tall Poppies, the podcast where resilience flourishes and triumph shines. I'm your host, Dr. Nat Green, and today we're diving deep into the transformative journey of post-traumatic growth. What is post-traumatic growth, I hear you ask? Well, post-traumatic growth is a really powerful concept that highlights the potential for positive change and for personal transformation in the wake of both trauma and adversity. Today, we're going to explore the key components, as I see it, of post-traumatic growth, and we'll uncover some strategies to help you navigate this journey of healing and resilience. Today, I'm going to be putting on my psychology hat for some of the episode, utilising both my professional experience and expertise in trauma recovery and post-traumatic growth, as well as some of my personal experience. I'm going to share some insights and expertise on how I believe individuals can harness the power of post-traumatic growth to thrive again after trauma. So firstly, let me start by defining post-traumatic growth and then explaining its significance in the process of healing and recovery. Post-traumatic growth refers to the positive psychological changes that occur in individuals as a result of struggling with highly challenging life crises or traumatic events. It's an area of study within the field of psychology that focuses on the transformative potential of adversity, highlighting the capacity for personal growth and for resilience even in the face of significant trauma. Post-traumatic growth suggests that individuals can experience positive changes across several areas and domains of their lives following trauma. And these include personal strength, relationships, an appreciation of life, new possibilities, and spiritual or existential growth. Now let's delve into some of those key components of post-traumatic growth, as I just highlighted, such as personal strength, improved relationships, and a heightened appreciation of life. How do these components contribute to the overall process of both growth and resilience? So let's start with the first one, personal strength. So we as individuals may develop a greater sense of inner strength, of resilience, so an ability to bounce back, and of confidence as we navigate through and overcome the adversity that we've experienced. We can discover untapped reservoirs of courage and an inner determination within ourselves. The second part is around improved relationships. What we often see is that traumatic experiences can really lead people as individuals to reevaluate their relationships, and as a result to prioritise the meaningful connections that they have with others. They may deepen their bonds with loved ones, cultivate empathy, and develop a greater capacity for compassion and for understanding. And this may also mean that we choose to rid ourselves of relationships that haven't been healthy or helpful, or maybe somewhat toxic, in order to really focus on and prioritize our meaningful connections with others. The third component is around an appreciation of life. This is one I see so often. So following trauma, individuals often develop a heightened awareness of the value and the preciousness of life. They may develop a deeper sense of gratitude for the present moment. You may find that as a result of what you've been through, you really are able to focus on what matters the most, to live in the now and appreciate that life is precious, it's not never ending, and it's finite. So it may make it even easier to find joy and the beauty in simple experiences and everyday occurrences. The fourth component is around new possibilities. Trauma can also open individuals' eyes to new possibilities and to opportunities for growth. As a result of what you've been through, you may reassess your priorities. You can set new goals and at times even pursue previously unexplored paths with renewed vigour and a renewed sense of purpose. This is one I see often. And the fifth component is around spiritual or existential growth. Some individuals may experience profound shifts in their spiritual or existential beliefs following trauma. They may grapple with questions of meaning, of purpose, and the very nature of existence, ultimately finding greater peace and acceptance in their spiritual or their philosophical outlook. So as we navigate the journey of post-traumatic growth, it's really important that we realise that healing is not a linear process. There will undoubtedly be ups and downs along the way, and it's absolutely essential to practice self-compassion and patience as we move forward. So in the second half of today's episode, we're going to explore some practical strategies and some tips to support you on your journey of post-traumatic growth. From cultivating resilience to finding meaning and purpose in your experiences, I'm going to aim to provide actionable steps to assist you and help you to thrive after trauma. So what advice do I have for our listeners who may be struggling to find their footing after trauma? How can they tap into their inner strength and resilience to truly navigate the challenges they face? Let's now look at some strategies for moving through post-traumatic growth. Strategy number 1 is around cultivating resilience. I want you to focus on developing resilience by practicing self-care, maintaining a strong support network, surrounding yourself with people that hold you up, that don't tear you down, that advocate for you, that support you, that nourish you, and engage in activities that promote emotional well-being, such as activities like mindfulness, meditation, or journaling. And the second strategy is around seeking meaning and purpose. I'm going to suggest that you explore ways to find meaning and purpose in your experiences, even amidst the adversity. So I want you to reflect on exactly how your struggles have shaped you, even though it really mightn't feel like it at the time. I want you to consider how you can use your experiences to contribute positively to the world. The third component is around embracing change. I'm asking you to be open to the idea of change and of growth, even if it feels uncomfortable or really challenging at times. I want you to recognize that personal growth often involves stepping outside your comfort zone. In fact, the greatest capacity for growth always exists outside our comfort zone. And in doing that, I'd like to suggest that you embrace new opportunities for learning and for development. And the fourth strategy is one of practicing gratitude. Let's start with cultivating a daily practice of gratitude by reflecting on the things, no matter how small they might seem right now. Sometimes it might feel like you really got to dig deep to find even the slightest thing to be grateful for. So have a look around, really look to see what it could be that you're grateful for, that you are thankful for, no matter how small. By focusing on gratitude, we can help shift our perspective and foster that sense of positivity and resilience. The fifth strategy is around seeking support. Reach out to your friends, your family members, or mental health professionals for support and guidance as you navigate the post-traumatic growth process. You're not in it alone. In fact, it's really important that you aren't isolating yourself, that you're surrounding yourself with individuals who uplift and encourage you and champion you on your journey toward healing and growth. The sixth strategy is around engaging in meaningful activities. I would suggest that you pursue activities and hobbies that bring you joy and fulfillment, whether it's spending time in nature, going for a walk out in the forest amongst the trees, going for a walk along the beach, pursuing creative outlets, or volunteering in your community. Whatever it is, it might be something you used to enjoy a long, long time ago that you've disconnected from. Really spend some time leaning into what it is that might be able to bring you some level of joy and fulfillment. And just do little by little. Engage in meaningful activities, as this can really help foster a sense of purpose and of connection to something outside ourselves. And as we do that, we often get that deeper sense of connection back into ourselves. And the seventh area is really around practicing self-compassion. Be kind and compassionate towards yourself, even more than ever, as you navigate the inevitable ups and downs of the post-traumatic growth journey. I don't know how often I'd be sitting with a client and they'd tell me that they're able to do all these things, give great, amazing advice to their friends, the people they love and care about, but they have this inner critic that just doesn't let up with themselves. What if you were to speak to yourself in the way that you speak to someone you love? The way that you speak to your best friend, to someone you care really deeply about? If you were to speak to yourself like you would that special person in your life, how different could that be for you? And in doing this, being kind and compassionate towards yourself, it's also possible that you can recognize that healing takes time and that it's okay to seek help and support when you need it. So that highlights what I see as the key components of post-traumatic growth and 7 clear strategies to help you as you start to move through post-traumatic growth. And it's my hope this will facilitate that more effectively than if you were to bumble through on your own. Remember, we're in this together. Don't isolate yourself. Reach out. This community is here to connect to and to build that platform so that you know that you really are not alone. So I hope that you found this helpful and inspiring. Before we wrap up, I'd like to leave you with a final thought. Remember that you are not defined by your past experiences. With courage, with resilience, and a willingness to embrace growth, you have the power to bloom anew and create a life filled with purpose, meaning, and joy. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey toward resilience and growth. Until next time, keep reaching for the sky and growing tall like the resilient poppies we admire. This is Dr. Nat Green signing off from Growing Tall Poppies. Bye for now. Thank you for joining me in this episode of Growing Tall Poppies. It is my deepest hope that today's episode may have inspired and empowered you to step fully into your post-traumatic growth so that you can have absolute clarity around who you are, what matters the most to you, and to assist you to release your negative emotions and regulate your nervous system so you can fully thrive. New episodes are published every Tuesday, and I hope you'll continue to join us as we explore both the strategies and the personal qualities required to fully live a life of post-traumatic growth and to thrive. So if it feels aligned to you and really resonates, then I invite you to hit subscribe, and it would mean the world to us if you could share this episode with others who you feel may benefit too. You may also find me on Instagram at Growing Tall Poppies and Facebook, Dr. Natalie Green. Remember, every moment is an opportunity to look for the lessons and to learn and increase your ability to live the life you desire and deserve. So for now, stay connected, stay inspired, stand tall like the tall poppy you are, and keep shining your light brightly in the world. Bye for now.